This fun little bracelet is our Try It Tuesday for April 26th, and it's kind of ingenious if I do say so. Tracy J made the beads stretchy. It's a little bangle, so you don't need a clasp because the top half stretches. And the bottom half is leather. So we're going to start by making this bottom half. So what I'm going to do is take 6 inches of leather. I'm going to show you a different color scheme. And we just want to make a little loop at the end. And we're going to bind it with some 22 gauge wire. So I've got a 6-inch piece of 22 gauge wire. And the trick to doing these little wraps is you want to come about an inch in and do a 90-degree bend. And that little straight piece we've made, we are going to hold up against our loop. Like that, so it's under my finger. It gives you something to hold on to. And I'm going to start wrapping around the leather. And if you need to, you can tweak with your pliers. I'm just going to wrap until you've got a sufficient amount. You really don't have to have it very long. And we're going to take our cutters and cut all of this extra. And then you can even wrap just a little over it to hide it. And you're always going to have a little bit at the end that you're going to want to mash down. So that's what you're going for. And I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, and then I'll show you how to do the beaded part of your bracelet. Alright, so I've got both sides of my little leather bit on my bracelet wrapped and ready to go. And now we're ready to do our stretchy part. And the trick is we finished it with French wire where it goes around the loop, so it looks like metal there. And when we string it, we're going to start in the middle and come around and back so that our knot is kind of hidden. See, there's the little knot. So I've got about a foot of stretchy cord. This is Opelon. And I've got a big eye needle. They're handy for something like this because the eye is actually the whole length of the needle. So I've already got it threaded and ready to go. And I'm going to need 2 little pieces of French wire, which is like a little coil that's used a lot of times in silk knotting. So I'm going to do about a 1/2 inch for each side. And then, of course, I've got my beads. I've just got a nice assortment here. So I'm going to start stringing. I'm going to do 4. The needle makes it easy. So I've got 4 of them on there, and now I'm going to go through my French wire, which is hollow through the center. And it's going to be a little tight pulling it off the needle, so pull from the top so that you don't stretch it out. There we go. Then you're going to go ahead and go through one side of your leather. And then come back down through the 4 beads you just strung. I'm going to go ahead and tighten it up. I almost made my loop too small. There we go. So get that tightened up like that. And then I'm going to scoot it down a little bit too. So that I have enough stretchy left on the needle end. Now I'm going to do the rest of my beads. Let's do the green one next. And pull all of those down. My other piece of French wire, and again pull from the top, not from the bottom, so you don't stretch it out. And you're going to go through the other side for a leather bracelet. My French wire fits in my bead. And then you're going to come back through these 4 beads. Actually, I've got 5 on this side. And when you're done, both your little tails should meet up. Also, once you get it through, you can take it off your needle. And then you're going to want to tighten up both ends. So I've got the whole thing tightened up. And I'm going to take my 2 strands and tie an overhand knot. And the tricky part is we want to scoot it down so it's close to the beads. Now if you want, you can put a little dot of glue on your knot. That'll make it hold up a little better. I recommend a cement style glue. And then you can just trim it close. You want to leave just a little bit of a tail. And you can even hide your knot inside of a bead. So that makes a cute, quick little bangle that's kind of bright and fun for summertime.